Okay, so today, you guys, we're going to do our review. It is 5/3/18. Okay, now keep in mind, stop talking price. Keep in mind, I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but you guys can take this quiz without me. But if we get a really good review, you should be fine. Okay, don't lose this sheet. Let me go slowly with you. Okay, so number one, before I do anything, I like to mark my figure. Okay, it helps me a lot. Angle B is 55, so I'm just going to put the 55 degrees in here, okay? Angle C is 45 degrees, okay? And AD bisects angle BAC, which means this angle would be equal to that angle. So when I do geometry, for me it's very helpful when I mark the figure because it makes it easier for me, okay? So I want to find the measure of angle ADC. So I want to find that angle right there. Okay, does that make sense? Well, the way I'm going to tackle this first is to look at the big triangle. Look at the whole entire big triangle, okay? And I know that there's 180 degrees in every triangle, right? So the big triangle is going to be 180. So let's first of all find angle A. So to find angle A, I'm just going to simply go 180 degrees minus the 55 plus the 45, right? Smart Ben's already got that figured out. Thank you, Smart Ben. So now I got 180 minus 100, right? Which tells me that angle A is 80 degrees. Okay, how am I doing? So far, so good? Okay. Okay, now, if angle A is 80 and I bisected it, right? I know that I'm going to have 40 and 40. Does that make sense logically? That does make sense, right? So I've got 40 degrees and I've got 40 degrees. Okay? So far, so good. I'm not going too fast. Okay? Now, I'm going to go back to knowing how many degrees are in a triangle, right? So if I look at the orange triangle here, because I want to find angle ADC, right? So within the orange triangle, again, 180 degrees within a triangle, right? So I'm going to set up angle D. So to find ADC, again, I'm going to go, in this case, 180 minus my 40 plus my 45, which is going to be 180 minus 85, right?
95.
Okay, Tim's way ahead of me. You can do this in your math. You're in your head. You're pretty good. You are smart. You do a lot in your head. It's pretty cool. So 95 degrees. Okay. A little geometry. Thumbs up. You can do that. So it really makes sense. What we tackled were two concepts. Okay. First concept we tackled was the fact that in a triangle there's 180 degrees, and then we tackled the fact that a bisector cuts something in half, right? Thumbs up. Can you do a problem like this tomorrow? Okay. The angles will be different, but the process will be the same, okay? Number two. So a balance point, right? So if we're looking for a balance point, if we want the very middle of the triangle of balance, we're looking for the centroid. So it's not on the board anymore. But to find the centroid, we're looking for the medians. Now, what is a median? Well, a median is a line from an angle to the middle of the side. So I'm just going to measure, okay? Just going to use my ruler. I'm going to go in terms of centimeters. Okay, so let's just do this side. Oh, this side's about 6, right? So the middle of that would be 3. So if I draw my first median, it's going to be right there.
This ruler does not have
Okay. Cody.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I'll get my other median. That's about 4.6. Half of 4.6 is going to be a 2.3. Right about there. All right. And let's see, that's about 6. Half of 6.6 is 3.3, right? So they should all connect right there. And then that's my median, or my balancing point. So I can take that triangle. Let's say it's made out of metal. You could take and bounce on your finger right at that point. That's the median, okay? Okay.
So we don't, guessing.
So all I have to do is just do it by ruler. Measure the side, right? Find the middle, draw the line. It should be very easy, right? Measure the side, find the middle, draw the line, draw the median, okay? Okay, everybody should be able to do this, right? I mean, it's just measuring and drawing. There's not a whole lot of complicated math. Yes, Ben?
For number 1, couldn't you just use a compass?
Oh, I don't draw anything to scale. I just make up the numbers and draw a triangle by hand. Does that make sense? If you get lucky enough that I do draw it by scale, it's by pure fabricated luck. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah. Okay, number 3. Are you guys okay with 3? Okay, let's look at 3. Okay, number 3. FP and QF are angle bisectors, okay? So we've got angle bisectors for triangle. So FP, let's see, FP and QF are angle bisectors. So I do know this. Let's put 30 degrees there, okay? 30 degrees, that makes sense because if it's an angle bisector, it's got to cut it in half, right? So I'm going to highlight angle bisector. And so if FP is a bisector, 30, 30, right? Now, we want to find the distance from F to PQ. Well, that's that distance right there. So we want to find this as, let's put a letter here. Let's call it Z, okay? So what we really want to find is this distance FZ, right? And we want to find the measure of FQP. Now, if they're angle bisectors, then what we learned is that you can put a little circle inside of here, right? And these become radii. So this 4 here is also equal to 4 here. It's that easy. That 4 is the radius of the circle that's going to be inscribed when we did these, where it's the perpendicular bisectors. Sorry, the altitudes. Now the next thing, if that's 4, that's easy. That's done. Okay. So I've got the distance from F to PQ is just plain old 4. That was easy. So this length is equal to this length. Now let's find the measure of angle FQP. So FQP is, let me highlight it so you see, is this angle. I've got to find that angle right there. Okay, let's see how I can do that. Well, again, let's go back to how many degrees are in a triangle, right? So we know there's 180 degrees. So if I take 60 plus 73, what's left over will be all of this angle Q, right? And then we'll cut it in half. I'll say it again. One full triangle will add 60 and 73. Subtract from 180 will give me that angle, right? What's left over will be angle Q, and I'll cut that in half because we bisect. So let's do that. I'm going to go.
I don't understand how
Mr. Davis?
the top left part of, like,
Would that
that
be
is
57?
30.
Well, read that right there.
But it's uneven.
Well, I'm not. Wait a minute. First of all, you guys, when I draw these, I draw them by hand. So you have no idea how bad of an artist I am. Can we just leave it there? How's that? So don't ever trust anything I draw. Yeah, Cody, and then Cooper.
Call him Cooper.
Cooper.
Since that's a right triangle, shouldn't it just be 90, 45, and 45?
And then makes that 60, right? Mm-hmm. Let's do that. We should get the same answer. Oh, we might not get the
Or
answer.
you could just get the big one, which is 60.
Well,
I'm
just trying to find the angle of that.
That's true. If that's 60, I might have something drawn wrong here because that might not work. Let's go there. Cooper, I would go along with that, right? We know that 30, 90, 60. I need to take that box out of there, don't I?
The big one would have to be 53.
Well, even the little one has a box in there. We're just trying to find that angle.
Right. So definitely, has to be 60 degrees. If I cut that in half, it's going to be 30 degrees. I better.
When I did the big triangle
What?
calculation, I got 53.
So I must have made a mistake. I'm going to have to fix that. Okay.
Yeah, but look, the two little triangles down the bottom right-hand corner, both are right triangles.
Right, I agree with that, yep.
The upper one, if we're trying to find the angle of FQP,
Right.
which is the steeper cut, like scalene triangle
Mhm.
on the inside.
Right.
And if that upper triangle is the right triangle, it's got to be 90, 45, 45. So wouldn't the angle be 45?
No, it's going to be 30, 60, 90.
Then what triangle are you trying to find?
I want to find, wait.
Yeah.
FQP is that angle right there. So my mistake,
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be 45.
it'd be 45.
no, it's got to
That's a
be,
right triangle.
Yeah,
No.
Right triangle angles can be different. Like,
No.
45 and 50.
no. 30, 90, this whole angle's got to
The
be
little
60.
triangles, the little triangles.
Right. So the little triangle's 30, and it's also going to be a 60, 90. It's also going to be a 30, 60, 90. Okay, I admit I made one mistake. I got to take that out, which I will. Okay. So how about 30 degrees? Okay, is it okay with that? Scribble that out. Okay. This is what happens when I try and put things together quickly. I am so far behind in life right now, but that's okay. Track season is going to end in about 3 weeks. Take a deep breath and start being a teacher again, huh? Okay. All right, number 4. Hey, so this looks familiar. So if these are equal, and these are equal, right? Then what we have is the centroid. Now what we know about the centroid is it divides it into thirds, okay? Divide this into thirds, okay? So we know that it's going to divide it up into thirds or 3 parts. So first of all, SP. So SP is 27. All the way across is 27. Yeah, so let's take 27, divide that by 3 is 9. So I'm going to make each piece SP. That's going to be a 9, another 9, and another 9. So this is really going to be 18, and that's 9, right? So it divides into thirds. UM is 13, right? So that means this is going to be another 13 and another 13. Does that make sense how I'm doing this? Okay. Now, find SM. Well, SM is 9, right? MR is 26, so I write 26. Hi, Miss Hesse. And UR is all the way across, 13, 13, 13, which is going to be a 39, right? How am I doing? Okay, we've done that before, right? You guys agree? Okay. All right, number 5 should be easy. So we learned a couple of days ago about a triangle mid-segment, okay? In triangle mid-segment, we know that whatever this length is, that has to be half of that. So if this is 8x,
4x.
that's got to be 4x. See, it's that easy, right? Okay, guys agree? Yes, question, Cody.
How is M? What is M on the number 4?
It's the centroid.
Oh,
It's that dot right there. Yeah, it's that dot. It's the centroid, okay?
yeah. The way that they're written on there is not.
Yeah, it's hard to put it. I've got to put it somewhere in here to put right there. So I tried to get as close as I could, right? So again, let's go back through this. 1, don't ever trust in my drawings because I never draw anything to scale because I'm a bad artist, okay? 2, remember, I'm a bad artist, okay? So look at the picture and go, okay, Mr. Davies is a bad artist. Do the math, don't do the art, okay?
What about when the math is
Well, that happened there, didn't it, right, Tim? It happened right there, didn't it?
So what?
Yeah, good question. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look then at number 6. So number 6, SR is a mid-segment. Okay, SR is a mid-segment. So it's half the size of this, right? So to make them equal, I will double this to make them equal. Does that make sense? This is half as big. So I'm going to take and double 2x minus 6 to make it equal to an x plus 4. Does that make sense? To make them equal, if I double this, it'll make them equal. Right? Because if this is half as big, if I double this, it'll make them equal. Okay? Now we're just going to solve. 4x minus 12 equals x plus 4, right? Minus x. I get a 3x minus 12 equals 4, right? Plus 12. I get a 3x equals 16. Sorry, I switched in here. Divide by 3. See, 16 divided by 3. 16 divided by 3 is 5.3333. I know that. 5 1/3. But that's not the answer. That's not the answer because the question is to find SR, right? 5 1/3 is not the answer. Find SR. So we plug it back in. So to find SR, we're going to go and take 2 times 5 1/3 minus 6, and that'll give me the value of SR. So I'm going to go and use my calculator. 2 times that 5 1/3 minus 6, and I get an answer about 4 2/3. Okay, let me back up. Okay, one more time. I want to make sure you understand what I did. This is a mid-segment. It's half as big as its base. It's half as big. So to make the two of them equal, I had to double this to make the two of them equal. So I doubled it, right? That makes sense, right? If I'm going to make them equal, I got to times this by 2 to make the two of them equal. So then I did the math. 4x minus 6 minus 12. Solve for x, I got x is 5 1/3. 5 1/3 is not the answer.
You gotta plug it in.
Got to plug it in for SR. I plugged it in, I got 2 2/3. Okay?
I'm for
4 2/3. How am I doing? Okay? Okay? All right, we're going to flip the page when you're ready. Okay? Is this helpful? Yeah, Michael? Okay, you ready? 16. I got 3x equals 16. Hold on, I went 16 divided by 3, right? And I got 5.333333, which we know is 5 1/3. There you go, Michael. Good question. Okay, turn the page. All right, here we go. Now, you have to show your work on this, okay? And it's going to be worth 2 points, okay? Because you got to show if it exists. So first of all, 4 plus 5. 4 plus 5. Is that greater than 13?
No.
You're done. If you get a no, you are done. No. Triangle exists.
But we have to show our work.
Wait, why wouldn't you
Just show
flip
that
the
it's
thing
done.
so that it was 4 plus 5 is less than 13?
Well, we know if we were to draw it. Great question. Okay, I'm going to draw this. I want to draw this for you, okay?
You can't.
Okay, here's my 13. Here's 13, okay? Ben, you see it? Such a good question because I like to show the visual, okay? Here's 13, right?
Yeah, you said the time the wrong way.
You said
No.
4 plus 5 is greater than 13.
It's supposed to be, but it's not.
So then put it yes.
No.
Wait, do I
It
have
has to
put
be.
it that way on the test?
You have to. I'll show you why. Let me show you why. 4, here's my 5. Right? And here's my 4.
Well, we know it doesn't exist.
So let me explain. For it to be a triangle, these two sides added up must be greater than this. These two added together absolutely must be greater. So your 4, this side plus this side must be greater than this side. So when I said, okay, this side plus this side must be greater than this side, that should happen, but it didn't. Did it? It didn't happen because there is no triangle. It doesn't exist, right?
4 plus 5 isn't greater than 13.
It's not.
So why put the thing that way?
Okay, let me say it one more time. Okay,
I know what you're saying, but I don't understand why.
so that's not, let's put here, not true.
Okay, why don't we put like a dash through that if it's facing that way?
Does that make you happy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
That's better.
Okay,
But it would make me more happy.
And we have to
if you
show
did
our
the other
work
way.
like that.
just show it doesn't exist, right? Yeah. Now, this one. Now, let's check this one out. So, is 4 plus 6 greater than 11? No.
It's going to be 4 plus 6 dash through the greater than.
So that's no triangle exists. Now, what if you have a triangle that does exist? Here's what I need. Let me show you an example, okay? What if you've got something like a 4, a 5, and a 7, okay? I would need to see all three, because you're going to see one like this. I'm going to need to see all three. I'm going to need to see something like 4 plus 5 is greater than 7. That's true, isn't it? You agree with that? And then what about 5 plus 7? Is that greater than 4?
Yes.
That's true. And I need to see the third combination, which is 4 plus 7 is greater than 5. Is that true? So if all three combinations are going to be bigger than the third side, that triangle could be drawn. In fact, if I want to draw it, I could, right? I'd go, okay, 7. Check this out. 7, right? And then 4 and 5. Something like this. I need my protractor to actually show it. Okay, and actually it will work, right? Let's see if I can get it right. There it is. There's my triangle. Okay, it does exist. Forget this. This one does exist. You guys agree? I'm going to draw it and show it exists. Okay, now, let's graph. Okay, get a piece of graph out. And we'll be done pretty soon. All right, let's check this out. All right. All right. So -2, 3. There's point A. -2, 3. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1. And 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This triangle ABC. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and graph it. Graph it. Okay, so we're going to graph it. This is really easy. As long as you graph it correctly, this is really, really, really easy. As long as you graph it correctly, this is really easy, okay? So graph it right. Honest, it's about one of the easiest ones on the quiz, okay? Sometimes geometry is just common sense. That's what I like about it. Oh.
Common sense isn't that common.
Okay. So, this is the smallest side, right? Obviously, that's the smallest angle. You guys agree? Angle B, so we're going to go from least to greatest. We're going to go angle B is the smallest, right? That makes sense. Okay. Then the next smallest side is AC. Or, I'm sorry, AB. AB is the next smallest side. So angle C is the next angle. Angle C. And then the biggest side,
Angle A.
yep, is BC.
Because it's
Opposite the biggest side, right? So then angle A. So to go from least to greatest, smallest side, smallest angle. Biggest side, biggest angle, right? Boy, everybody should get that one right, huh?
I got it.
Everybody should get that one right. That should be the easiest question on the quiz, right? Guys agree? Easiest of all. Okay. We're getting there. This should help you a bunch tomorrow. Okay, whisk it away. All right, last but not least, 8 and 9. Okay.
Hey, the thing's open now.
Oh, well, okay, that's all right. Okay, so number 8 just says compare. Super easy, compare. So, TU, okay, so if this is a 40-degree angle, its opposite side is here, right? And if this is a 35-degree angle, then its opposite side. So which side is bigger? Which side is bigger? Which side is bigger? SU is bigger. You guys agree? Because its angle is bigger. Now again, remember, I don't draw things to scale, right? Because you look at them, they look almost equal, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, Mr. Davies, they're equal. No, they're not equal. I just can't draw. I can't draw. So you know that SV must be greater than TU. And that's what I need. It's just a statement saying that, okay? Remember, I am a bad artist. Don't take anything I draw seriously. Just say, okay, you can't draw. He's a bad artist. Use the math, okay? Do the math. Okay? Number 9 is just like our warm-up, right? So what are we going to do? Number 9 is just like our warm-up. What are we going to do?
2x minus 1 is less than 25.
Yes.
Then you add a 1.
Okay, this angle is smaller than this angle because the 10 is less than the 12. So we're going to go 2x minus 1 is less than 25. So there's your inequality, okay? You've got an opportunity, you got to write your inequality. There it is, okay? Boom. There's part of your answer right there, okay? Now let's solve it, okay? So Ben's right. Plus 1, 2x is less than, plus 1, 26, right? Divide by 2, x is less than 13. Okay, now, that's only part of the answer because we also got to make sure that this angle isn't 0, right? If this angle is 0 or negative, can't be, right? Can't be. So that's part of my answer. So the other part of my answer is to say 2x minus 1 must be greater than 0. Because this angle can't be 0. A 0 angle, boom, it's gone, right? Collapses. All right, so let's solve it. Plus 1, 2x is greater than 1. Divide by 2, x is greater than 1/2. So we need both of these. So we'll have a 1/2 is less than x, which is less than 13, okay? All right, now that's all I have. There are some other things on the quiz that I did not put on the review sheet, but it's the easy stuff. I didn't need to do the easy stuff. I wanted to go over the